Welcome filmmakers, fans, and friends to this very special episode of Indie Cinema Showcase, your #1 source for filmmaking, conventions, and everything in between. I'm Christina Carmona.
And I'm Nando Luis Roman. Together we'll be bringing you the best and brightest that Florida has to offer with a focus on Central Florida.
So today's episode, we're actually celebrating our 100th episode.
Well, if you add up everything that we've done, we crossed the 100 mark a few weeks ago.
Yes, but this is the one that we're actually going to celebrate it. Yeah.
And for an indie show, that's a huge feat.
Yes, it is, and we are not celebrating the 100th alone. We got our original host, John Theisen from season 1 and 2, Allison Walter and Matt Dolittle from season 3, and Obie, Diaz, and Sean Power, who actually worked on the pilot episode way back in 2009 when the show was just called Cinema Showcase.
We'll also take a look back at some of our favorite episodes we've done as we count down our top 5.
Well, let's get things started with a look back at 10 seasons of ICS.
It's crazy that it's been 10 seasons.
And all the fun that was had shooting it.
You know what they say, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
You're right.
And that's something that these two guys know very well. In 2009, Godbout, the creator of ICS, got the green light to do a pilot episode of Cinema Showcase. So he called on his friends Obie and Sean from Power 95.3 to help him out. And the rest is history. So let's hear it from them.
Hello and welcome. My name is Obie and this is Cinema Showcase, where we'll feature short films from filmmakers from all over. Now today we've got 3 for you. One's out of LA, one out of New Jersey, forget about it, and then one from right here where we shoot, Orlando, Florida.
I'm not late, am I? Am I late?
No,
am I
you're
late?
good.
Am
You're
I?
good.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, my partner, Lil Sean. Popcorn, nice, we're gonna need that. Yes. Now, for those of you who think you have a real keen eye in film, one of these 3 that we're gonna show you, this is a little quiz. One of these 3 was actually shot on film. All right, if you're ready for it, let's get into it. First one is by Hank Braxton. The title is called Indie Film Adventure, and it's about a filmmaker fed up with rejection and magically gets cast into the films that he despises. It's gonna be good. Let's watch. And I'll take some popcorn.
Yeah, it's still hot too.
Thank you.
Butter?
That's so good.
Wow. Still smells the same.
Man,
Awesome.
10 years, bro. This is what 10 years feels like.
Welcome back, brother. Good to be here.
All right, okay, well, let's get to work.
A lot more lights than I'm used to. Bigger budget, huh?
You like more lights. You like more lights. Well, I mean, you can shoot anything here,
Oh, yeah.
really.
What's going on, guys? Hey.
Look who it is.
So what do we owe this pleasure?
I don't know. What's the pleasure for me? My God, you guys haven't been here in a minute, right?
10 years?
Yeah,
10
it's been
years.
a while, and a lot has changed.
It has, and you know what? This isn't actually the set. I'm gonna take you to the set. You ready?
Oh, okay.
Just-
The set?
All right.
The set that
There's
you were
more to
on.
see.
Yes, yes. So, I mean, how similar is this? No?
This is awesome.
You know what's funny? 10 years goes by really fast, but I don't remember this.
No, you wouldn't. It's a truly like working set. It's crazy how much things do change. Now, you guys shot the pilot. What was that like?
So I remember we didn't get paid. I remember
Right.
the director had some sort of wit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sign
oh,
marks.
he still
Yeah.
has that. He
You
still
too?
has that.
Get it right. Get it right.
Yeah. Still
But
have dreams about that. Yeah.
You know, I think what I love the most out of what we did was it bonded us together more, the whole cast together. And I think any time that you get an opportunity to work on a project like that,
Right.
and to see how far it's come, how many episodes? Like 100 episodes, right?
I mean, technically,
Congratulations, yeah.
a little past, but we're just using this one. I know.
Amazing.
I know.
We would have
Congratulations.
never been able to
Yes,
see
yes,
how
and-
far you guys took it.
How did you guys even meet, Jerry? How did you get into that space of being able to shoot the pilot?
Oh, man. So, you ever heard of the strip club Rachel's? It wasn't there.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say, I heard about the steak. I don't know.
Hey, good steaks. No, we did work with Jerry. We had a lot of fun with Jerry. We met him through mutual friends, and we worked with him on a project that he had, indie film that he had with us called Legends. It was a Friday the 13th indie film that we had a lot of fun filming with him, and then from that our relationships grew, and then, you know, here we went and we, you know, did Indie Cinema Showcase, and 100 episodes later, plus
That's
you guys
wild.
are here still.
That's
so.
wild. And what are you doing now?
Oh, raising kids, trying not to go completely gray. Yeah, still in broadcast and yeah. How about you, bud?
fantastic.
Same here. Podcasting, still in broadcasting, raising a son as well. So now I'm a
Nice.
baseball coach, and you know,
Okay.
yeah, we were talking about being parents. You know, a lot different conversation than we were having 10 or 20 years ago. So
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe another 10 years, I'll be doing the same thing. And then we'll all be back.
from your mouth to God's ears.
You be careful, girl. The minute you start popping out kids, you may not be doing this. You may be too busy to be doing this. They're gonna find somebody to take over while you're taking care of this one and following this one.
I don't know. I'm a bit of a hustler. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
They'll
We'll
join the
see.
show. They'll join the show.
Listen, you are so gifted, even if you had 15 kids. One would be running the cameras, one would be running
They're gonna
sound.
put them to work early.
You gotta go on
Yeah,
that, for
yeah.
sure.
Thank you, guys.
No, but thank you for having us. And congratulations to you and the whole team, everybody that people don't see that are behind the cameras and behind
Yeah.
the scenes.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
real.
makes it all go around. So congratulations to all you guys.
Thank you. It's a true labor of love, and it's beautiful to see where it's gone. We've met so many filmmakers. We've been able to showcase so many great talent, and it's only up from here. We're just gonna keep rising, right? That's what it is.
I
That's
believe
what it is.
that. I believe that.
Thanks, guys. You know, during the pandemic, we did a version of the pilot episode introducing short films for season 4.
We did. And we want to thank all the filmmakers who submitted for that season.
Yes, it was a great way to bring the show back after the break we had. And speaking of great shows, let's start with our picks of our favorite episodes. And Nando, I'm gonna start with Night of a Million Lights. I mean, how much fun was that?
I mean, it was a lot of fun. We got to dance around in the streets, Christmas time, lights everywhere.
Yeah, we even became friends with Santa. He visited the studio and everything.
You don't get me in trouble with Santa again. He's like, and all I'm saying is just give the turkey his day, man. Like, don't start
Whatever.
putting up Christmas decorations.
What's your favorite episode?
So I think I would have to choose the haunted road. A drive-through haunted house. Hilarity ensues, mostly because I just enjoy watching you freak out.
No, having to put the spirit of William Dawson outside the car was not fun for me.
That was a lot of fun for me.
Hi, I'm Carrie Elwes, and you're watching Indie Cinema Showcase.
The first 2 seasons of Indie Cinema Showcase was hosted by 2 staples of the film and music scene here in Orlando, John Theisen and Tim Anderson.
Now, Tim is busy with the Florida Film Festival, so he couldn't be here with us, but John Theisen sent us a video celebrating with us the 100th episode. So let's check it out.
Hi guys, my name is John Theisen and I am the, I guess you would say, the inaugural host or co-host of Indie Cinema Showcase. I was hosting season 1 and 2 and excited to be back in the fold. I found out about the show, Jerry Godbout. Actually, I was hosting the Film Slam at the Enzian at the time, and Jerry had approached me. He had played some short films in the Slam, and we'd become friends. He was then working at Orange TV, and I was looking for something new to do and try, and he approached me about this idea he had about doing a show on Orange TV that would focus on independent filmmakers and showcasing short films, doing interviews, and really bringing a spotlight to the Central Florida independent film scene. And so it was right up my alley. I then approached a friend at the time, Tim Anderson, and brought him on as the co-host of the show, and we kicked it off, and what a blessing it was. I think it's hard to pick a favorite episode because every one of them was very unique and had their own unique perspective. The films, obviously unique films, the guests. So I would say, just based on my prior and future relationship with Stephen Shea of Abysmal Entertainment, we had come up in the Central Florida filmmaker independent scene for many years, and I picked his episode because obviously both Tim and I had a lot of familiarity with Stephen, but also since then, since the show, we had collaborated many times. He since moved to California, is very successful, still a filmmaker to this day. So it was like having a dear friend on the show, getting to spotlight him and showcase him to the audience. And then also, the fact that we were able to collaborate after I stepped away from Indie Cinema Showcase and ultimately stepped away from independent film in general. For the last 15 years, I've been the lead singer and washboard player for the Bloody Jug Band. Our music's heard in over 70 countries, and it's obviously something I'm very proud of. Met my wife, Stormy Jean, my co-vocalist in the band, is now my wife. Many of our longtime friends, our founders, are still with the band and still affiliated with it. And I also opened a music trade school called El Camino School of Music Repair and Technology. Since then, the school had closed, but these are all things that I had done since, and now, at the moment, still middle of recording a new album with the band. We just had our 15th year anniversary, and I'm also working at Gold Tone Music Group in Titusville, which is the largest folk and banjo manufacturer in the country, where I run their operation and production. I just wanted to thank everyone for continuing to watch the show. 100 episodes, 10 seasons. What a blessing. It's the audience that keeps these types of things running, and it's also people like, as I mentioned earlier, Jerry Godbout, for continuing to champion it when many hosts and many other people, kind of myself included, came and went, and Jerry continued to champion the show. So that's a real blessing. So I want to thank him. I want to thank the audience, and kick it back to Christina and Nando. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you so much.
Thanks, John. Now it's time for us to pick our next favorite episodes.
Yes, okay, so I'm gonna say when we visited Kim Kahana's stunt school.
That was a lot of fun, even though you guys were trying to set me on fire, make me jump off of buildings.
I mean, those
drag
are
me with
things
ropes.
that you wanted to do.
That's under my contract.
Okay, well, we still got to see someone set on fire.
That was true.
Cool.
That was a lot of fun, and thankfully nobody got hurt.
Nobody did. Professionals.
Well, true. I would have to say I would pick when we went and visited Monkey Chow.
Oh, that was fun.
A lot of fun. I mean, being able to dress up in the motion capture and even though mine wasn't working.
Yours was stuck
and I
like
was just
this. I don't even know.
The whole entire time.
How does that happen?
Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. But we got it to work, and it was a lot of fun, and it made me feel like, I was like a Power Ranger.
Yeah, we were doing all those kicks. Yeah, it was fun.
It was a good time.
I like that episode.
Hi, I'm Tippy Hedren. You're watching Indie Cinema Showcase.
When season 3 expanded outside of the studio, new hosts joined the family, including my co-host, Christina.
That's right. I came in as the field host, and I visited a lot of film festivals and film sets just like we do now, while Matt and Allison were actually just in the studio.
Yes. and we asked them some questions to find out what they're doing now.
Hey, Indie Cinema Showcase. I was a host for season 3, and it was pretty awesome. It was a good time. I got to host with Allison and all the team there, and look really into the Central Florida community as far as it came to all the movies that were coming out there. My favorite season was probably season 3, because I was a host. And one of my favorite moments was when I was at the Star Wars celebration and I was walking around like Fat Iron Man with a lightsaber, and it was fantastic. I loved every single minute of it. What do I do now? Well, I co-host a show with Mitch English, who's over there changing. He's probably got his pants off right now. Andrea Jackson, Sweet Baby James, and it's a national morning TV show. But really, Indie Cinema Showcase really let me kind of expand that way back in the day, and I'll always be grateful for it. And now you can find us at dailyflyshow.com or on dailyflyshow.tv on Instagram, or you just find my own stuff at Matt Doolittle. And there's Mitch English's. I'm literally looking at it right now. God, that's a real thing that's happening, and that's going to go on TV. So peace and love, peace and love.
Hey guys, congratulations on 100 episodes and 10 seasons of Indie Cinema Showcase. I'm Allison Walter, and I was a host on season 3. So I'm going to be answering a few questions from the team at ICS, and the first question is, how did you find out about the show, and had you ever been a host before you applied? The answer is no. I had done nothing really before I applied. I had been an actor. I was in school. I went to the University of Central Florida. I got a BFA in acting, but I never really had a chance to professionally put those skills to use. So this was truly my first industry job outside of school. So I had just graduated. I applied for the position. I think I saw a posting online somewhere, and I was just so excited to get it because I wanted to soak up as much knowledge as possible. I learned so much from the team at ICS, as well as from my co-host Matt and our other hosts Nando and Christina, and I felt like they were all such pros, and I just was in awe of them and so excited to be working with everybody. So looking back on this time, it's a very fun time for me because it was just this exciting new experience to be on a real set right after I graduated. So it was really special. Next question was, what was your favorite episode and why? I had a hard time with this because there were so many fun episodes. We went to the Star Wars convention, we did some film festivals at the NCN Theater, but I decided my favorite was season 3, episode 5. We interviewed Agent Black from the special effects nerd team, and it was just so bizarre and weird in the best way. He came with a black hood over his face and this whole entourage, and there was a mysterious briefcase, and everything was like top secret and very high profile, but they were very funny and cool to talk to. And as someone who I grew up, I was a Men in Black huge super fan as a kid. So learning that they had been working on the Men in Black films and doing special effects and practical effects and creature effects makeup and all these really interesting movies. It was a really cool interview and also just funny. They were a blast to talk to. And at the end, I think they rushed out. We asked him a question, or Matt asked him a question, and they were like, "That's top secret," and they left. And just looking back on it, it was a really fun day. And what's really fun is that same episode, we covered Doomsday County, which was a movie that was coming out. And one of the directors and writers of that movie, Stephen Shea, we stayed in touch over the years. We both live in Los Angeles. He does Ghostbusters cosplay and performances at the bar across the street from my house. He came to my movie premiere last year and we got back in touch, and I just actually saw him last week at the opening of his new studio here in Los Angeles. I went out to support and see the new place. So it was really cool, and to think back that over 10 years ago he was a part of this episode. I realized when I went back and looked at it, it was pretty cool, and it feels like a lot of synchronicity that the world it all comes together, everyone stays in touch. It's a really small world. And the next question was, what are you doing now? So I'm doing a few different things. I live here in Los Angeles. I work both in front and behind the camera. Behind the camera, I'm a producer, sometimes a writer, and primarily a casting director. And a lot of the casting I do is in unscripted content, so game shows, reality shows, dating shows. It's all really interesting and fun. And sometimes commercials. And then in front of the camera, as an actor, also commercials, short films, feature films, and some television. So my most recent project was a feature film called Tearsucker that was a psychological horror thriller. It premiered at the Chattanooga Film Festival last year, where it won the Dangerous Vision Award and received a lot of really good recognition from publications like Fangoria and Dread Central, which was super exciting. It's since gotten international distribution, so it's available on Amazon, Apple TV, any VOD platforms, or wherever you rent and buy movies if you want to check it out. And I think the last question was, do I have any fun projects in the works? And I do. So I have a couple different short films coming out shortly. A short film. The first one is Let's Go Disco, which is another horror thriller that takes place in a purgatory that is inside a disco nightclub. It's super fun. And also another film called Too Slow, which is another short. So those are going to be really cool. I'm excited for those to be out in the world. And then personally, I am writing a Christmas movie that I'm hoping to produce in the fall. So that will be, fun, cheesy, romantic holiday film. So something totally different than the horror thriller films that I've been acting in recently. Gotta mix it up, But anyways, congratulations everybody on 100 episodes, 10 seasons of Indie Cinema Showcase. It's been really cool to see all the things that everyone involved in the show has achieved and done, and I'm really excited to see where things go next. Bye.
Thanks, guys. It's really cool to see that everyone involved with ICS is still moving forward in the entertainment world. So this leaves us with our last pick.
Yes.
All right, I think we have the same idea. I don't know.
I think so. On
All
three?
right. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Dry Creek.
By far.
I mean, come on.
Like, we got to roam around a Western set.
Yes, we got to roam around a Western set, and let's just say that we actually came up with that idea on the spot. It was myself, Ashton, and you, and we were like, hey, we got an idea. And then we were like, Jerry, don't worry about it. We got this. We'll show you what we've got.
And we came up with one of the best showdowns ever. And you know what? I'll see you at high noon.
I don't believe you're welcome in this town.
On whose authority?
The sheriff's, and that would be me.
Is that so, Sheriff? Well, I got 6 little friends who say otherwise.
That's how it has to be. But first, let me ask you a question. Where'd you get that poncho? It's amazing.
Right? It's real alpaca.
It's amazing. It looks so soft.
Come touch it. So good.
So
right?
good. So good.
You should go have a drink.
It's on me. Well, that's all the time we have for this special episode of Indie Cinema Showcase. We want to thank everyone who was a part of ICS and wish everyone continued success.
ICS will always be here as long as indie films continue. Don't forget, this show is made for filmmakers by filmmakers.
And don't forget to follow us on our socials, Facebook at ICS TV and Instagram at ICS TV Show. And find us on YouTube at Indie Cinema Showcase.
And if you want a chance to have your work, event, convention, or film festival featured on ICS, send us an email at icstv@yahoo.com.
Until then, the set is closed, and as they say in the film industry, that's a wrap.
We'll see you next time.